Hey guys, I'm Landros, and welcome to a brand new LP that I'm going to start right now. This is, in case you haven't noticed the title, this is the Immortal Dynasty Challenge. Now, this is the second of 3 challenges that I'm going to be starting today, and these are going to run in basically the same time as my other stories that I've been going. What I'm really trying to get around to telling you is that I'm setting myself up for a lot of confusion and a lot of mistakes. So if you're new to my channel, be prepared. I'm gonna make some mistakes. I'm not perfect, and I never even intended to make anybody think I was. Anyway, those of you who've been with me for a while, you know you're gonna tell me what I did wrong, and I look forward to it. But I make no apologies. Okay. Anyway, what I wanted to do is go ahead and get started with the brand new town. And when I actually put this out on the request to see what you guys wanted to see, some of you actually mentioned this challenge, and some of you mentioned the town that I'm going to choose. Now, I did nothing to this challenge. It's exactly the way it was created. I got all my information off of carlsims3guide.com. Everything is there. If you want to see it, you can see all the rules. I'm going to link it in the bottom in the description. I strongly recommend that you go over, take a look at it, and read through it. That way you'll understand what I can and cannot do. I know a lot of you will have comments saying, oh, you should do this. Everything in this challenge is a strategy. You have to be extremely careful what you do and what you don't do. So I can't just randomly run off and do something because it could mess up future generations. You really have to plan ahead. I have been looking through it. I've read over these rules several times. I'm not going to read them all to you because we would be here all day, but I'm just going to tell you, before you make a comment about what you think I should be doing, go look at the rules, look at them carefully, because some things I cannot do. Or if I do it, I'm going to mess up in the future. And I have kind of put a plan together so I don't mess up. Alright, now the town that I've chosen to use is one of the 3 that you guys wanted to see. And it's really good for me because I haven't played in it since before Supernatural. And that town is, of course, Lucky Palms. Now, Lucky Palms has an introduction which we're going to go through, and then I'm going to take us right to the town. It says, with ample parks, recreation opportunities, and a thriving culinary scene, Lucky Palms is an island of green amid shifting sands. This desert enclave offers manicured gardens, modern estates, and a cozy abodes nestled on the banks of a pristine lake. At the heart of the town, a mysterious well is said to grant wishes to those who are pure of heart. What will you wish for? Alright, let's go ahead and get into the town. Now, I can't actually go to the wishing well. It's actually forbidden according to the rules. So, I won't be able to show you that in the game. I can show it, well, I'll have to double check. I think the non-immortals might be able to, we might be able to go to it, but we can't actually wish for anything. So I can show you that part, but I can't really show you the wishes. Alright, I'll be back in a minute when we're arriving in Lucky Palms. Alright, well here we are flying right into Lucky Palms. Now, before we actually get started, I'm going to tell you that if you decide to do this challenge along with me, and I really hope some of you do yourself a favor and plan out what you're going to do. Think about it beforehand, because I planned this out a little bit and realized that I was getting ready to make some major mistakes. So it's a highly recommended by the site, and it's recommended by me. Think it through. Think what you're going to do, because what you do in one generation can affect everything that you do, and you wouldn't want to do this, waste your entire time, and then end up blowing it at the very end. Having said that, the rules are very strict, and they're very clear on what you can and cannot do to this town. One thing you cannot do is you can't really make too many edits in the town. You cannot add any brand new lots. You're stuck with whatever lots are available. So what we'll end up doing is we'll go over here into Edit Town, and any of these lots that are vacant right here, we can use them, and I can put anything that's from the original EA bin. So if I go in here, anything that I have actually already altered, or maybe that I've downloaded from somewhere else, those are off limits. But anything that came with your game, with any expansion pack, with any stuff pack, with any other thing like the venues from that you can download from the store, those are fine as long as you have not edited them in any way, shape, or form. Auto-populated locations like the Svarg's Tavern and this fire department and whatnot, those you can move around and you can put them in the right spots. Everything else you cannot. You're also given just an exact amount of lots as to which ones you can choose from. For our purposes, we have 4 lots to choose from where we can live. We can live on this big one right here, this one way out here, let's see, and then there's 2 on the other side of town. All of them are the largest lots in the town. I think it's this one, and then I believe it's also this one right here. You get those 4 lots. You cannot choose any other lots. Like I said, it is very, very specific. So having read through the rules, I know exactly what I can and cannot do. I'm going to go ahead, drop out of here for just a minute. I'm going to edit the town, get it the way I like it, because the problem is, once we edit town, when we go and start the game, you cannot go back into edit town unless a brand new expansion pack has come out. You can't change anything. So you've got to get your stuff right before you even start. Like I said, this is one of those challenges that if you're playing it correctly, and you guys who have been with me for a while, you know I'm a stickler for I'm going to follow the rules. You got to make sure you set everything up the way you want it, because you're not going to get another chance. So give me a second. I'm going to take some time. I'm going to get my town ready. I'll be back in a minute and show you exactly what I did. Okay, here we are. It looks so nice and peaceful. Yeah. Alright, so let me go ahead and just walk you through. I'm going to go to the other side of the town because that's basically where I started. What I did is I popped in, again, nothing that's been changed. I just popped it straight from the bin. This is the Plum Bob Pictures backlot that came from Late Night. This is the Cake Pleasure Dome from Katy Perry Sweet Treats. Over here I did put in the Equestrian Center and the Horse Ranch. That's from Pets. Other than that, the only other thing was the Ambitions lot, which is the junkyard. Everything else here is completely the same. No additional lots were created. Nothing was done to change anything. Normally, if I was playing this game, I would go in here into this little watering hole and I would just completely change it up. I would do a lot of stuff with this little lot. I would do a lot of changes, but you can't do it. Okay, I did put down the Lucky Simoleon Casino, but it's not my version of it. It's the one that you actually buy from the Sims 3 store, or that comes with the gold version of this town. So normally I put the professional bars and all that in. Not this time. I just put exactly what I had to. I did put in Alistair's Elixirs. This is the consignment store that came with Supernatural, and we'll probably need that. In fact, I can tell you we're definitely going to need that. And then, of course, the Ice Lounge. It's not my modified version. This is just the straight-up version that you buy, that you get with Seasons. I did put in the community fire department over here instead because I didn't like where it popped up over there. And I put in the salon and tattoo parlor. Over here, the only thing I added was Flying V's Coffee House from Showtime. There's a possibility that we might need the Showtime careers. The thing is, what you want to do when you start this game, you want to always plan ahead, but make a backup plan and then have another backup plan. So if you get yourself in a box, because it's very simple, it's very easy to do, you want to be sure to have some kind of an alternative. So I put everything in that I might possibly be able to use. I may not have to use it, but I wanted it there just in case, because I would hate to get to the end and not be able to finish. Okay, from University Life, you are allowed to place a few locations, like the Bolarama, which I put right here, and then I also put in a couple other ones I'll show you in just a minute. Going up in here, there's really nothing else that I added in this section. Over here, I did add in the Grind, which came with Late Night. I did put in this came from the store. It's the cinema that came from just the store content item. It's just a venue, and I wanted to put that in there because I believe if it's a hangout, yeah, we'll be able to purchase it and it could count as one of our building requirements. Okay, this right here is Keith's Comic from University Life. Then over here we have Varg's Tavern, which is another building that we could buy and upgrade. This is the Regency Arcade. I knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. Alright, let me go and just fix this real quick because it drives me nuts. Oh, wrong way. I should know this by now. Alright, that'll fix it. Okay, then I put in the Stone's Throw greenhouse right here. The only thing I didn't put into this town that I really wanted was the alfresco street market. But we can actually buy the carts and put them on our home lot or put them on one of our building properties that we own. So that's why I didn't worry with it. To make sure I rounded out all the other Showtime venues, I did put in Performance Park right here, and I put in Porta Party, Mixed Karaoke, and a Big Show venue. So I have all those in case I need it, and it just gives me that peace of mind that I don't have to worry about it. Now, one thing you have to be careful about is which town you choose to use. You can use any town that's been created by EA, or you can use, there's one town that they have from the Carl's Sims 3 website. You can use that one as well. I believe it's Union Cove. However, this is one of those towns that you really would do better in because there are no combined rabbit holes. And based on what I've been reading in the forums, there's some issues with the rabbit holes that are combined, such as like the military police and City Hall all being in one. It does not give you the same amount of opportunities as others. So I like the fact that we're using this town because I don't think we're going to have as many issues with it. Okay, there's a few other lots that you have to go in and change. Any of your small parks, you want to flip them back over to become either a big park, a hangout, a cat park, a dog park, or a beach, because otherwise you won't be able to purchase an upgrade. I did change this lot. If you go on the site and you look at the forum rules, there is very specific lots that you're allowed to change and exactly what you're allowed to change them into. So you got to look at it carefully. And I went through and I did exactly what the site said because I was trying to be really right on it. Okay, that's basically it for the town. As I've shown you right here, this is going to be our home lot. So I'm going to go ahead and get our sim ready, and then I'll be ready to start back up in just a second. So let me just take a second, get our sim. We'll be ready to go. Alright, well here we are, and I wanted to go ahead and introduce you to our sim. And yes, for this challenge I am starting with a female sim. You can start with either. It doesn't matter. Now there is something that you're going to have to worry about at the very end of your challenge where you have to end with a female on your 7th generation. But that doesn't bother us right now. But I went ahead and started with a female. Her name is Kassidy Underwood, and you're going to notice that she's a witch. Now I didn't want to play with supernaturals, but I did this on purpose. There's a reason why I'm making her a witch, and it all plays into my strategy. I can't speak tonight. I'm exhausted. Alright, anyway, the reason I did that is because you're going to get to a point where this person right here, she can't learn that many skills. Otherwise, she messes up your future generations. So if I make her a witch when I'm not controlling her and I'm not watching, instead of her doing something random and leveling up a skill that I don't want her to work on, she's more than likely going to go ahead and start playing with magic, and that's never going to affect us. It doesn't matter. She can do that all day long. So that's why I did it. I mean, of course a witch will help us in the long run because she can do all these different things for us, but I just figured this was easy for us. We would just go ahead and let her do that, and it would play into what I wanted to do. Okay, she is a young adult, and what I'd like to do is just go ahead real quick, and I'm going to show you exactly what I've got for clothing. Now, there is a story out on Carl's site that Pam wrote, and it is phenomenal. If you haven't read it, go out there, take a minute. It takes a little while to read through it, but it's really good. She did a lot of wonderful things when she did this challenge, and one of the things that she did was she started having her Sims basically color-coded by generation. And I have done the same thing here with mine. I'm going to be doing some of the same things that she did just because they were such terrific ideas. I can't think of doing anything better. But what I decided to do was that every generation is going to have a color theme. It's going to go through their clothing that they wear, and it's also going to go through the way I decorate at least one section of their home. And that, of course, will go tie into the Immortal Museum that we'll get to at the very end. So her color, if you haven't been able to tell by now, is red. So this is her everyday outfit, and I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly what I have for each one. Her formula is a little bit different. It was hard to put red in, but then I thought, well, this would work pretty well if I just did it with just a slight bit of red. I know it's taking its time to think about it. It'll come up in just a second. I just have so much content that it takes forever for it all to load. And she's just thinking about it. Yeah, I wanted to get something, but this way it was like a red dress just really didn't look good, and I thought if she wanted to go anywhere, she was going to look really out of place. But this way I still had that red streak, and it's fine. It still ties in with her color scheme. Of course, her sleepwear is going to be the same thing. I'm going to continue the same red theme, and each of my generations will have a different color. But I figured we're going to start here with Kassidy Wright. She's going to start with red. Okay.
Brava.
And of course, it doesn't look like it's the same red, but it really is. But sometimes my creative sim just is kind of weird. The colors get faded for some reason. When you go in the game, it all turns the same. But all of the colors, I made sure I went through to the edit color, the creative style, and I made sure that they all are the exact same shade of red. So I was very detailed on it. Okay, so basically what you're seeing is this is Kassidy. So when we see her, anytime, even when she ages up, the one that's dressed mostly in red or has highlighted in red, that's going to be my first generation. Okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go on back over here into her personality so I can show you what she's got. Her character traits are angler. She is a bookworm, charismatic, green thumb, and a natural cook. One of the wishes that came up for her, and it was actually a lot higher than this, was the culinary librarian. Now, I've used this before. I used it in my Midnight Sun and in my Showtime LP, and it's a very simple skill to actually level up. So this is going to be her lifetime wish. And so I figured this is an easy one. We can get this done, but we've got a lot to work on with our founder. We really can't spend a lot of time worrying about this when we've got so many other criteria to actually get taken care of. Now, as far as her personality and her favorites, her favorite food is mushroom omelet. She likes songwriter. Of course, her favorite color is red, and I'm going to try to make sure I do this. I'll probably have to buy a lifetime wish for each one just to change their traits, because I think the traits come out random. As far as her lifetime or her zodiac sign, it's Cancer, and that is it. So that is Kassidy, and I'm going to go ahead and lock her in. We are ready to get going.
So.
All right. That was her voice too, by the way, if you didn't know. Like I said, I should probably go to bed. All right, so we are ready to go. The only thing I didn't do is I did not turn my music back on, and I have a bad habit of that when I come out of Create a Sim, and I don't like to do that because then you don't hear anything. Okay, now of course the only lot we can choose from is this one right here. Again, they're very specific as to what you can do. The cost of this lot is $8,192. Now I'm going to be honest with you, sometimes I'm going to have to stop, pause, and go over and look at the rules again because I do not want to mess up. But the rules do tell you that the first thing you have to do is you have to go ahead. Once you move into this lot, you can never move again. And we have to begin our game with 1,800 simoleons. So once we actually purchase this lot and we move in, of course we're going to get the Weatherstone and we're going to get all the craziness that happens in the beginning, but then we're going to have to reduce our money so that we do not start off anywhere off that limit. Okay. It's unfortunate that we had the mailbox there because I really wanted it on that side, but that's okay. I can always move the mailbox, so it's not going to be that big of a deal. Okay, I want to see where the Weatherstone came up because I didn't give that many places for it, but let's take a look. Okay, it looks like it's right outside the pool, which this is fine. We may end up buying the pool eventually because that's one of the venues, the buildings we can get and we can upgrade. Since she is a supernatural, we could come and interact with it. I don't know that we will, but we could. Okay, now, if you haven't looked at the site yet, there are certain things that she can do. There's a skill that she has to do what's called supermaxing, and that means she's going to have to learn that skill, get it all the way up to level 10, and do all the challenges that come with it. Once she has done that, all of the immortals that come behind her, nobody can ever max out that skill or do any of those challenges. So, the one she's got that I'm scheduling for her is gardening. So once we get her going in gardening, none of my other immortals can garden. Now, any spouses, they can do it. Anybody that's not going to be an immortal, they can do anything they want to do. There's no restrictions. But our immortals, we have to be very careful with. The first thing I want to do with her is I want to go ahead and get our money back down. And I'm going to have to go in. I don't think my testing cheats are on. Let me just double check. I'm going to just go ahead and put it in here. Family Funds. Underwood. And it's 1,800. No, it's not on. I knew it. I thought I left them on. Testing cheats. For those of you who are new to me, I do not play with cheats. I do not like to cheat. I think it takes the fun out of it for me. Family Funds, Underwood, and 1,800. Okay, that took care of our money. I'm going to look over here at the rules real quick. It tells us that the lot we needed to choose from, we got. We did choose our young adult. You can use whatever you want as far as the seasons and whatnot, but you do have to have your aging set on normal, which I do have that done. I'm not turning it on live yet because I'm not ready to get started. Anyway, you do have to go in and make sure everything's on the normal sliders. You can't do any kind of adjusting. It's got to be the standard default. So like I said, they're very strict on it. So, and that's good. I kind of like it. Now, we need to go ahead and make sure, let's see. Okay. There's certain things we can and cannot do. Now, one thing about it is that gifts are accepted in this game. I looked at the rules, and if you happen to get the lifetime reward points and you want to buy the genie lamp, you can buy it. The only thing you can't do is buy anything that will actually extend your life. But you can buy all the other wishes. So if you want to get the $100,000 reward, you can do it. So this is not one of those that you are just going to struggle for money forever and ever. You can get money whenever you want it. You just have to be careful on what you do for skills. That's the main challenge of the focus. So what I'd like to do is go ahead and I know Cassidy's going to have the visitor come in just a minute. But I'm going to go ahead and let her accept some gifts from friends because I know we've got a few. I held off on them in my last LP just because I knew they were coming. But I wanted to make sure we had our funds down so we can start this off right. Okay, this is for Aurora Skies. Okay, I'm not going to bother with that one. From Sunny Corinthos 24, hope this comes in handy for one of your new LPs. I'm still trying to catch up on your old ones. All right. Well, I hope you do your best, and I hope you watch this one. I'm going to go ahead and see what we got. We got the foot and handball. Now, I got to be careful with it because I already have somebody set up for athletics, but I think everybody can do athletics. I think that I've got it. I've got to go back and look at my chart, but thank you so much. I think I can. Nope, I can't send anything back for a while. Okay. From Sunday Corinthos 24, hope this comes in handy for one of your LPs. Oh, same message. Okay, let's take it again. We got a lamp. Okay, so all these things we can either sell or use. It doesn't matter. Okay, from Aetherial, from whom you see fire a fit. Oh, okay. Okay, let's go ahead and take it here. And we got the No Snooze alarm clock. Okay. Let's see, Death Bell 87. Here you go, using any new LP you wish. Can I hope it's in Lunar Lakes? Well, you know what? I'm going to hold it off because there is one in Lunar Lakes, and it was the one that came out earlier today. So I'll be doing that one not tomorrow, but the next day. So I'll just hold that one. Okay, this is from Death Bell 87. Another one to use anywhere. We'll use it right here. We just got 500 simoleons. That's perfect. We're actually making some of our money back. Okay, this is from Death Bell 87. To use in any LP, hope it's a car or duck, or dare I say it, another lamp for your store. All right, well, I think we're going to get more lamps in this one. Okay, we got a barbecue. Now, a lot of these gifts I'm going to hold on to and just use because we just have to do, we don't have anything yet. From Carol the Pirate, saw Skylar get the lamp. Okay. Okay, it says he sent me $400. Please give this to the Generations family. Oh no, it's already over, and unfortunately, yeah, you sent that to me. I'd already finished it. So, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go ahead and take it here because we can use it here. Okay, we got 300 simoleons. Very nice. Although Generations is over, you'll see some of those people again, if not all of them. So don't worry. All right, from Moopy Mips, give this to the family of your choice. I need lifetime reward points. All right, let's take it right here. 2,000 simoleons, man, so she's going to make up her money pretty quick. Okay, Tristan1717, I love your LPs, give this to any family you please. Okay, we'll take it here. We got the high chair. See, these are gifts that we're not going to sell because we're going to use a lot of these. I think most all of these we could use. From Peach Lover 18, this is for the Asylum. From Terrell E. Gray Jr., have a great sim weekend. You do the exact same. I hope you're having a great one. Let's go ahead and take this right here. We just got the Potent Cure Elixir. Okay, that's going to help us too because she's not going to be able to learn alchemy. I know, that's kind of crazy. It's what I'm calling a forbidden skill for her. Okay, so from X Peace Out Girl X, it says, hey Landros, you're so awesome. Give this, oh, this is for the Asylum. All right, I'll hold on to it. I'm playing them tomorrow. Okay. This is from Cyril K08. Hey Landros, all my gifts are to your new families. All right, well, we'll start right here with this one. Unfortunately, I didn't see this in the last LP because I'd only took a few of them. I was going to save some. Okay, we have a arcade machine and a can of cola. Well, that's actually good because maybe they'll use the arcade machine instead of doing the other skills when I don't want them doing it. So that was really nice. From Cyril K08, new families. Okay, well, we're going to give this to Kassidy here and see what she gets. She just got the sit down and hush desk, so we're not going to have to buy a whole lot of stuff for, I mean, we'll buy a lot, but it's going to be just kind of a mixture of things. From Cyril K08 is for new families again. And again, I wish I could send you guys something back. Oh, I love it. We got a bed. This is perfect. Okay, go ahead and move on up. This is Cyril K08. New families. Okay, we got some money. I see $1,000, and then I also see it looks like we got a little lamp, and we've got the candy bar and the cola. These are great gifts. You're just trying to get me to say it, aren't you? All right. Beautiful name. That's what I'm going to call you forever. Beautiful, beautiful name that I can't say. I'm going to accept your gift. It's the message from the game. I'm going to take it right here. We got the coffee bar. So, wow. All right. Beautiful name again. We're going to go ahead with this message from the game. And we just got 500 simoleons. Okay, something's up with my game tonight. Maybe I need to start playing at, what time is it? 3 o'clock in the morning? I need to start playing at this time every night because I'm getting good stuff. Okay, last one that's a message from the game, I believe, from you. And this is giving us a laptop. Definitely going to start playing at 3 every day. All right, let's see. This is for the Asylum. I'm doing that tomorrow. All right. From Nessa762. Hey Landros, this is for one of the 3 new LPs that you are doing. Give it to the new Sims that need it the most. Figure it's not too early. Absolutely not. This is perfect timing. Let's go ahead and take it here. All right, we got the rusted glass mirror. Perfect for us. Let's see. Moving on up. That's for Skylar. That's from Nisha1023 for your new Let's Plays. I'm gonna go ahead and take it here. The portable fire pit. Perfect, because I was going to buy one of those, and this is great. From Nisha1023, any family you want. Well, you guys, I'm just going to keep going here because we're getting such good stuff. Okay, globe sculpture. It's going to raise the environment level if we stick it out, so that's good too. Okay, Rocket Peaches. This is for one of your up-and-coming LPs. I love watching your videos while I play The Sims. Thanks for the many hours of enjoyment. Rocket Peaches, I hope you'll play either one of my challenges with me and then just kind of let me know how you're doing. I think it'll be fun to actually have other people doing it, and then you can kind of, keep up with what they're doing. Okay, we just got the tabletop lamp, so very nice. Yeah, if you guys do that, please let me know, and I'd like to hear how yours is going as compared to mine. You'll see all my mistakes, and you can do better. Okay, Nisha1023, it says, here's another gift just because. All right, well, thank you so much. All right, another barbecue grill. Okay, well, we can actually keep one and sell one, so now we're actually pretty good. I swear I wish I could send more gifts. I really do. From Nisha1023, we got a big old smile. Let's go ahead and see what we got. We got a shower. I'm not going to have to buy a whole lot for you guys when I start building your lot. All right, and then from Jessica B9188, this is a message from the game. 6,500 simoleons. My goodness, Kassidy, you got some luck on your side today. Looks like that's all the gifts for today. How much do we get? 10,800. Wow. All right, so let me go ahead and stop there for a minute. Now, she does not have to get a job if she doesn't want to, but I do want her to get a job because her lifetime wish is to be the culinary librarian. Now, she wants to do a few things right here. One of the things we have to look out for is we're looking for opportunities. And we're trying to there's 8 different things that you have to do in this challenge for each generation. What you're going to have to do is she's going to have to live her life, age up to become an elder, and when she accomplishes all 8 of her tasks, she gets to eat ambrosia whenever she's an elder, so she can keep herself alive forever. But she can't eat ambrosia until she accomplishes all 8 goals. The first one is she has to accomplish a lifetime wish. So we've got to make sure she gets this job and does it and goes all the way through to the end. She has to max out a career. Well, by doing this lifetime wish, she's going to max out a career. So that's going to take care of 2 in one step. She has to max out one skill that's not been maxed out by any other immortal. I'm choosing gardening for her, and I'm hoping that she can do it. We're going to build a greenhouse. That is my goal for this girl, is to get her a greenhouse. I'll be able to lock it, and nobody else can use it. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send her up to this place right here. It's perfect because it's right there next to us, and she's going to join that career. This is actually the high-end diner, or the high-end bistro. So I wanted to go here. I'm really glad we chose this lot. It was my favorite of the 4. So anyway, yeah, she's got to max out a skill that nobody else can max out. So cooking, gardening will be hers. One thing about this challenge, you can use a few cheats like move objects on. If you want to move something like a tree inside, you can do that. So it's actually written in the rules. It is acceptable. So there's a lot of things that you can do, and I love it. Okay, so the culinary career, we are good to go. We're going to go ahead and accept that career right now, and that is good for us. Now that we've done that, here's the problem. You don't want to actually have too many skills for her, because the more skills you have, the more random your opportunities are going to be. And we're trying to get certain opportunities to pop up. She's got to have, for her, one of her next things is she's got to have, let's see, 6 different opportunities completed. They have to be unique opportunities, not only unique from each other for her, but also from all other Sims. So you want to make sure that you keep her with as few skills as possible while you're working on some of those skills. I'm going to keep her working on only cooking and gardening. The magic she can do, that's not going to bother us, that's not going to affect us. But the cooking and the gardening is all she's going to get to do for me. Okay, the other thing she's going to have to do, and I know I've got it on pause for a minute, before she ages up and gets to eat ambrosia, she has to purchase 1 building and 1 piece of property. The property can be here in town, or it can be overseas like in China, France, or Egypt. But we can't travel to those places until we get to the second generation. So this generation, it's all going to have to be here in Lucky Palms. And that's fine. We can do that. Okay, we also have to purchase 3 lifetime rewards that no other immortals have. So we're going to have to really look at her points, work on them, and get as many as we can. Let's see, she wants to throw a party. We'll try to do it. And you want to perform a stunt show? Yeah, that's the one thing I didn't do. We can't do it. I got to lock it out. I didn't put it in the town. I knew that. And you can't do this. Unfortunate. I don't even know who Palmer Hayes is. Oh, I guess that's her boss. Okay, we also have to have 6 different best friends. I'm not going to worry on best friends right now because we're going to get that towards the end. And then the last thing we have to do is, with the exception of this girl right here, we have to have, I believe it is 6 different portraits. We've got to have a toddler, child, a teen, young adult, and an elder portrait painted. For her, we're going to have a young adult, an adult, and an elder. So she's got to get 3. Now to do that, I got a plan. And I know this town a little bit. I haven't played very often, but I'm going to go over here and just take a look real quick at this house right here. If you've been playing this town, you know what I'm doing. You know why I'm coming over here. Okay, he's not home. This is Darren Dreamer's house, and Darren the Dreamer apparently was a sim from The Sims 2. Or maybe The Sims 1. I think it's Sims 2. I never played it. Anyway, I'm going after him as my founder's husband. So I'm going to try to find him wherever he happens to be. I don't know where he goes. I'm not quite sure. So what we need to do is go ahead and let her do something. She could actually learn cooking and gardening. I could go ahead and let her take a class because we've got the money for it, and I'm not really too concerned about it. So let's go ahead, while she's here, let's go ahead and attend a cooking class real quick. And then that way we'll at least get that skill really quickly. And I will feel better that she's getting something done while I'm sitting here running my mouth. Because you know I can do that all day long. Now, of course, I don't have my timer on, which is bad because I did that with my last selfie and I went way over what I should have. Actually, I do have it on. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to... Oh, I do have it on. Okay, so our friendly, whatchamacallit, university guy is here. Now, you can go to university, I believe, but you can't do it until your second generation because that's actually part of traveling. So I won't be doing that. I won't be going anywhere. Let's see. She wants to learn the alchemy skill. I cannot do that. Cannot enroll in university. Like I said, you have to really know what you're doing. There's a spreadsheet that you can get which will tell you exactly, kind of lay it out for you so you know what's going to work for you and what isn't. And I have put down exactly what I want her to do. And so, like I said, we will go through. There's certain skills that I consider to be fair game for everybody. Anybody can learn them. Anybody can do them. The only thing is our founder has certain ones that are off limits. And so I've got those listed out. The problem is if we get into any trouble later on, we will actually end up having to scramble to figure out a skill that nobody else has maxed out. So I got to be very careful. So like I said, guys, when you start sending me the emails or the messages or the comments saying, oh, you should get her this or you should do that, remember, there is a definite reason why I can and cannot do all these things. Okay, so now that she's got the cooking skill, she'll start getting some opportunities from that. But I also want to get her the gardening skill. Now, the Science Center is way across over on... Is it the Science Center that you do it, or is it the... is that gardening? Yeah, okay. So we're going to go over here to the Science Center, and we're going to get her into the gardening class. So at least she might get opportunities for both. Cooking for me in my game is going to be a free skill because it's really hard to keep Sims from cooking. You either have to lock them out of the kitchen or you have to just hound them and watch them all the time. So what I'm planning to do is just put cooking as a free skill. Anybody can do it. I don't really care. I did want her to go ahead and master that as a career so we can get the refrigerator that comes with it at the end. So that's the main thing I wanted to do for her. We are going to go and buy her some books in just a minute. I want to buy her some of the recipes and whatnot. I figure we need to just start skilling up as much as we can. Now, I have never tried the thing about supermaxing, like I said, going through the entire thing up to level 10 and then going ahead and doing all the challenges. I've never done it for all of these things. So I'm kind of concerned that I will not do gardening right, but I'm going to try. One thing I am going to try to do is, hopefully it will happen naturally, but I want to have I wouldn't mind having an Immortal Legacy or Immortal Dynasty that has witches. Witches is one of the few supernatural types that you can have in your game. If you wanted a vampire, fairy, or werewolf, you're out of luck because those are not allowed. They're off limits. Genies are off limits. So you got to look at the rules carefully. Witches are fine. And so I figured because they don't have any extra life extension, so I believe they're the same. Yeah, so she's got 20. Apparently, you know, we have the full lifespan, which is good. I like that. Now this is of course the rabbit hole for the science center, which is pretty cool. I think she can actually get in here, can't she? No, she can't get in. Anyway, we're going to get, of course, the cooking and the gardening skill. Beyond that, the only other skill that I'm going to allow her to work on at any time will be fishing. She's going to have those 3 in order to make ambrosia. But she's really not going to be responsible for doing the fishing. I've got a strategy that I'm going to work on to get that taken care of too. So, like I said, everything I've had to actually calculate, it's a different way for me to play. And hopefully you guys will kind of see what I'm doing and understand how it's all going. Alright. So it's just assigning everybody all their jobs, which is good. It needs to do that. And looks like she is going to get this thing done. I'm hoping that she gets the full skill point, which is she should. Now, I'm surprised I haven't run into anybody, but then again, we haven't really gone anywhere where anybody shows up. We need to find some people. I'd like to find Darren Dreamer because I want to go ahead and get him as quickly as possible. I don't want to waste time. So let me see. I'm going to go ahead and just pause for a minute. I want to go see if he's back home yet. He probably isn't. I don't remember what his career is, but I know he doesn't like to get out of the house. He hates the outdoors. So let's see. No, he's still not home. See, that's why I should have come over here immediately, but I didn't see him. And I forgot what job he has. Does he have... He's not in our thing here, so I know he's not one of our people. Alright, well, let's go ahead and take her over to... I want to go to the bookstore, and I believe this is it right here. So we're going to go over here and shop for books. Play with magic would be good. We can do that. Learn the science skill. She could. I don't have anybody doing that. That we can do because that will be easy. But yeah, I don't want her to actually do too many different things because if I run into a problem and I need somebody else to work on that skill, I don't want to be stuck not having that option. That's part of my backup plan. So some things you guys may say, oh, you should have done that. Can't. There's a reason. Some things will be just my own mistake. I'm not gonna lie. Some will be just a complete just moment of lapse of judgment on me. But for the most part, I'm not gonna do it. You gotta go to work today? I don't think so. Do you? No. You don't have to go to work today. Alright, let's go on in here and we're gonna buy some things real quick. Now, you can't really buy a whole lot as far as recipes. I don't think you can buy... you can buy the ratatouille because you've got level 1. Anything that's level 1, I want her to go ahead and buy. And I want her to spend some time today. Okay, she can't do any of these because they're too high for her. Cooking 2, let's see, cooking 3, 3. Okay. Alright, so that's good. So she's going to buy those 3. It's not too expensive. And then what I'm going to have her do is come on out here, and she's got a lot of stuff in her inventory. Let's go ahead and read this one real quick. I'm going to line her up. Whoops. I'll line her up to read these 3. Her needs are actually pretty good. And maybe somebody might just show up over here and visit with us for a little bit. I'm going to just keep an eye out for it. So, but now that we do have the seeds, the one thing you don't want to do, you do not want to plant these seeds because they come out as normal quality. If you really want to, now these you could, but you ought to go to the grocery store and buy some stuff there because, oh, she is a bookworm. Did I tell you what her traits were? I thought I did. If I didn't tell you, let me just look again. Natural cook, bookworm, green thumb, charismatic, and angler. Yeah, I told you. Okay, anyway, so she'll do this a lot quicker than others, so that's why I wanted to do this. Now, I'm going to wait until she gets some opportunities because I don't want to miss any of them, and I do not want to click out of them. But you also have to kind of keep track of each one that you're doing. And like I said, you want to go over to the grocery store. Look at that, she's fast. Of course, these are the easy ones, but I'm going to go over here to the grocery store when she gets done, and we're going to shop for some groceries as well. And I want to get some produce. I don't really care about this other produce that we have. I want to plant the best things that we can plant when we go home. We're going to build something really small, really tiny, nothing major, because I'm going to spend more time on building her greenhouse because I don't want to mess that up. Is this him? Hang on. I don't think it is. Who is that guy? Barry Gilbert. Nope. Now the reason I'm going after Darren Dreamer is because he has a high painting skill when he starts the game. So to me, that's the big advantage right there, is go after him because we need a painter, and I don't want to spend all that time wasting getting somebody skilled up when he's already ready. That was him. I think that's his car. I believe that was him. No, it's not. He's going over here. You know, I'm just obsessed, aren't I? No, he's not here, is he? No, not here yet. Okay. Buying produce. Let's go ahead and start here. If we buy this produce, I think we can plant all of these. I know we can plant apples. I don't want to plant a whole lot, so I'm just going to plant a little bit. I don't want to make a huge garden because then it takes us all day long to do it. So I'm going to start with just a handful. I think we can plant eggplant. I really do. I'm going to plant that one, and we probably can plant lemons. So let's just go ahead and do, let's see, that's 6 of them. I'll go ahead and buy those, and we'll take those back home and we'll plant them. So let's go over there and see if we can get that done. And I got to be careful. Now the thing is, even if I put them in the wrong spot, I can always move them. Since move objects on is not off limits, you can move things around if you need to. Which I looked. I was very cautious to look and see. Yes, you can do it. And that was fine. So once we get home, I'll just stick them somewhere on the lot, and then we will find a place eventually to put the greenhouse. Because I do not want to actually have to have them go dormant, because I don't want to panic thinking that I can't get this thing finished because of the season's messing us up. Yeah, I wish I'd moved that lot. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even realize to look at it. Okay, now what we want to do is just find a spot on this lot, and I'm probably going to put the greenhouse back over here. I wish I could turn the lot. It's going to drive me nuts, but I can't do it now because once you go out of Edit Town, you can't go back in. Okay, see, these are nice quality. They're different from the ones that you get at the science lab. You don't ever want to plant the ones that just come, because this way you get a better quality plant. Alright, you're going to go ahead and plant this one. Let's just put it, I really don't care. We're going to put it right here. Plant that one. And I'm not going to worry about where they're at. I'm just going to put them right over here. You can plant all these. Very nice. I am going to space them out a little bit just because I want her to go. We are going to get a sprinkler. Tomato. I don't think I did tomato, did I? No, I think that was... I don't think I did. It wouldn't let me if I did. Okay, and then eggplant. Can you plant? Yes. Alright, that should be all the ones that we can plant. Let me go ahead and turn her back so that she can come over and do it. I could plant some of these as well. It's not anything that I really need, but that's alright. Okay, come on over here and get these going. Alright, we got a mixologist somewhere in town. That must be at the grind. I would think it is, because that's the only place I put in, or that has a bar that's already there. I didn't put anything in because I couldn't modify anything. Alright, so she's actually getting something going. We've got at least a skill point in both, and that's good. I mean, we're on our first day, we got 2 skill points. Of course, they're always the easiest one because it's the very first skill, but yeah, that's okay. Now I know my time is up, and I know I've already accepted gifts. What is that over there? Oh, it's a newspaper. Alright, go ahead and read the newspaper. I want to see what's going on in the town. Normally I don't read the newspapers, but what I'm finding is that there's a lot of stuff in there that you ought to read and you ought to find out. So there is a reason to actually pick it up and read it. So, alright. She's got the green thumb trait, which means she'll pick up the gardening skill a lot faster. This is, again, goes back to your whole planning and do your strategy. So see, we just got gardening skill level 2. That didn't take much at all. And I'm going to do everything I can to get the collection helper for her, because I want to get those special seeds so we can make a lot of money. I don't know where she's going to go to read. I guess she's just going to stand up and do it, because I didn't buy her anything. Okay, so we got a raccoon. So what? Okay. Alright, the llamas took the lead early and never let it go. Okay, so they won the game. What else we got? Give me something good. I'm waiting on Darren Dreamer because he should be coming home pretty soon, and we're going to go over and check him out in just a minute. Because we're going to push that relationship as quickly as we can, especially with the fact that now she has a job. It's going to kind of mess us up as far as being able to run around freely. I didn't have to do that. I could have actually stopped, and I can always let her quit the job, but she's got to max out her career, and we could have actually switched her over into gardening, but I didn't want to do that. So, let's see. Can I go ahead and do this? We could go over here for a little while, and I don't think we have anything in our inventory to read. But we could come over here for a little while. I know we've got this apple right here, which we could eat if we get hungry. And she's not too bad right now, but I'm going to just hang out at his house. We're going to be the stalker, which is, of course, fine. Just got our little broomstick. Guys, I'm going to have to go ahead and wrap this episode up because I know my time is way past. But anyway, you're kind of getting a feel for it. You see what we're doing. I hope that you'll look at the rules, read through them, and keep me on track because I know that I can make mistakes, and I'm going to try my best not to. But, again, read through it. Follow along with me. I hope some of you will actually participate, and yeah, it'll be fun. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing Kassidy and getting started on this one. I will see you guys very soon. Let's see, is he here? No. We're just going to stay out here and practice, play with magic. So we're going to just start working on that because that's not going to hurt us. Alright guys, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.